Hi, good afternoon, actually. So, today's lesson is all about blame and excuses and really focusing on our feelings behind these words. What feelings come up for you when you hear about the word blame or excuse? Is it something that feels really good and energizing, or does it feel kind of icky and give you kind of a pit in your stomach? For me, I know exactly what it feels because I'm feeling it right now. It's feeling icky. So let's talk first about blame and, blaming others for things not getting done or things being different than you had expected. Sorry, I've got my notes. So first, let me ask you what you thought and what your feelings were when on Monday morning you were expecting our lesson, this lesson. So just think about that. What were you feeling? Were you thinking, oh, okay, well, it didn't come. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to work on the rest of the stuff that I know I'm supposed to be doing. I'll just wait until it shows up. Did you say, oh, well, Abby didn't do it. That's her fault. I'll just wait until it comes. Maybe she had too much to do. Were you making excuses for me or yourself to stop this great inner work that you've been doing? Just asking. Or did you take full ownership and responsibility for what you've committed to yourself and continue working, continue doing your affirmations, continuing doing your daily gratitudes and writing in your journal and being really, diligent about continuing to do that? Those goals that you set 3 weeks ago, how important are they to you? How bad do you want them? Do you want them that even though things might have thrown a wrench in your plans and might be different, that you just stop, or do you continue on until? I've heard it said time and time again that the way you do one thing is the way that you do everything. So sure, you're saying it's normal for people to react and blame other people. And sure, while that's the majority of people, I'm telling you, you're not the majority. You signed up for a program to work on yourself. And not a lot of people do that. There's not a lot of people walking around saying, oh, I need to work on myself and be better. But you're the minority, and you're that, small percentage of people that are ready and willing to take that step to have a better life, to reach your goals, to make your dreams a reality, and you're doing it. So don't let those little obstacles get in your way of reaching those goals that you have. So think again, what was your reaction? Let me tell you, I did it on purpose. I wanted to switch things up a bit. I didn't want you to, get off your game. I wanted to change things up and show you that it's okay if something is not exactly right. It was totally on purpose. So, okay, so let's talk about this now. Do you ever play the victim in situations and think, and with this, the video not coming right away, did you think, oh, this always happens. I get into something and something bad happens. Oh, woe is me. Let's have a pity party. So, you figure, oh, I'm just not going to do it, or it's okay. I'll just wait until later. Or, I'm not going to keep my commitment to whatever it is. It's okay. Do you hear how that sounds, though? Because right now, I have that pit in my stomach again. It's there the whole time because it's so like, oh, woe is me. I'm so negative. I can't be positive about this. Because I want to tell you, that's where I was not too long ago. I played the victim martyr for 33 years of my life. And that's exactly how I came up with this week's lesson. Because for me, everything was always going wrong, and anything bad that happened was happening to me. If something good happened, it was out of luck, and it wasn't because I deserved it or expected it. It's just, I got lucky, I guess. And in the inverse, if bad things happen, of course they happened. It just, that makes sense. I was pretty much, living my day-to-day life, just kind of going through the motions. Oh my gosh. So seriously, and this is my mentality, and I'm having a really hard time reliving this because I'm not this person anymore. I learned how to hide my emotions from the outside world. In essence, I just wasn't living my true life. And this is why I want to bring you this lesson today. Because I want to talk about authenticity and being true to who you are and to who yourself is, and taking ownership and for your mistakes that you've made, and being okay with failure. It's okay. You just learn from it. Expressing yourself in a way that is you. Okay, so like I said, to be honest, this lesson today was actually really hard for me to talk about because in the last year I've done a lot of work to get to where I am today, into this peaceful state, in this positive mindset, into the person that just kind of is good. I'm good, but I wasn't that way. I was a people pleaser, and I played the victim martyr, and I had a pity party for myself, and I was always complaining about everything, and I was jealous of what other people had. There wasn't enough gratitude in my life for the things I had right then. And I had these negative thoughts in my head all the time. I always carried around a pit in my stomach because those thoughts were swirling around in my head, just constantly flowing. And the funny thing is, like I said, right now, I have a giant pit in my stomach because it's bringing me back to those thoughts. And while I know they're not going to stick around, just the fact that they're there is very uncomfortable. I'm not that person anymore. And so while it is hard for me to talk about this, I do think it's very important to bring up, because I can't be the only one who had this, was this. Had I done this lesson though a year ago, I could have talked to you for 20 minutes on this subject and given you every example in the book and everything. So it would have been great, but I didn't. And because I'm the person I am now, it is really hard for me to talk about this. Because I'm able to put a positive spin on many situations. And I learned that good things do happen. Good things happen all the time. I mean, just sitting outside in this gorgeous weather we're having in December as I'm filming this, I just love just embracing the now and the positive things that are going on now, the gratitude in my life, and taking every day as a perfect day. Bad things happen, sure, but really enjoying the journey and loving my life every day. So while blame and excuses trigger that uncomfortable feeling in your stomach, and your body and your head know that this is just your ego and getting the best of you, and it's not your true self. Okay, so I want you to think back to when we started a couple weeks ago, and to those goals you set and those dreams that you wanted to make into a reality. Now think about why you wanted to reach these goals. Think about why you wanted to achieve these dreams. And then think about all the reasons that are stopping you from reaching these goals. What comes up for you? Is life getting in the way? Truly, is life getting in the way? And it will. But the best thing to do and to think about for this, and for me, what I think about, is my family. They are not my excuse. They are my reason for wanting to reach these goals. There is so much I want to do with them and have them experience, and for them to be positive, outgoing, really gratifying everything they have, and not blaming or putting an excuse on somebody else, which is, really hard for little kids because that's all they know, oh, I didn't do it. But we're teaching them how to become better people by being a role model to them first and foremost, by being that positive role model, by having that positive mindset for ourselves. And while your kids, yes, they're there and they need you. Enjoy them. Be with them, because in that moment, that's where you're supposed to be. But just know that later or earlier that morning or wherever your me time is, it's okay to take that time, to have that self-care and really be able to fill yourself up. I keep seeing this post on Facebook that says you can't pour an empty cup or something like that without filling it up for yourself. Basically talking about self-care and taking care of yourself in order to take care of others. Be okay with the fact that you're taking the time now to work on yourself so that you can be the better mom, the better spouse, the better person.